What up, y'all? Real quick. This is just an opinion. This is just my thoughts. This is my understanding of things. I think I'm fairly reasonable and pretty unbiased based on who I like, who I don't like, who I've ran into, who I never haven't ran into, things of that nature. But as I've been scrolling around this house, doing things, putting little projects together, stuff like that, I'm listening to the opinions, listening to the recaps of the Married to Medicine Reunion Part 2. And I want to touch on the whole reunion, like the arguing back and forth, this and third, all that. Yeah, I don't care about all that. I want to say one thing, and my thing is about the whole Sweet Tea and Greg and Heavenly and um, Damon and Quad and Simone. First off, I understand everyone has their faves. I like Quad. Do I think she's dramatic? Yes. Do I think she overacts? Yes. Do I think she a little bit too much? Yes. But she's been that way from the very beginning. Miss Quad, Miss Quad. She got it. She got it. You know what I'm saying? So I understand all that. And I accept her for that. But listening to commentators and people who talk about the show, whatever, I need people to understand. You have to keep saying alleged abuser when talking about the relationship between Greg and Quad, because don't they both have mugshots for abuse? Don't Quad and Gregory have mugshots for abuse? See, my problem is this: women can also be abusers. Women can also be aggressors in a situation. Does Greg have a smart ass mouth? Yes. But that doesn't make him less of a man because he's not going to let a woman talk to him any kind of way. That's on period. Because you got a slit between your legs and you bleed once a month or whatever case may be, or used to, or can't, whatever case may be, does not give you the right to say whatever you want to say and do whatever you want to do to whomever you want to do it to without any repercussions. They abused each other. They both got arrested for abuse, for domestic violence. They both have mugshots. You can't come hard down on Greg and not come just as hard down on Quad. Period. And the whole thing of what Damon said to Greg on that couch was some bullshit. Motherfucker, I don't have to accept your patience. If I don't want to, regardless of the reason why, be it is what you said or be it because it's what I said, that I was too busy and your clients was a little bit too needy. And was it me? Or did Damon breach the Hippocratic Oath? Because when Greg was trying to say he doesn't accept the clients because there was too much maintenance, too much work on his plate at the moment, did Damon say, is it because they're on drugs? Because they're drug addicts? Did Damon say that, or was it just me? Did I hear that? See, it's a different type of problem when dealing with certain patients than it is just dealing with a regular patient who have just go to you for counseling. And if I already have a full plate and I'm doing a favor for you because we are friends, at any point in time, I can always decline doing that favor for you. I don't have to take your patience, regardless of the reason. My plate is full. I can no longer accommodate your patience. Period. For whatever reason. And it doesn't help the fact that you are talking about your character and he didn't say you're not a cheater. He don't know you, bruh. He don't know what you do when he's not around you for those couple of minutes that y'all are hanging out for the cameras. He don't know you like that. So based on your logic, Damon, what's up, V baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Are you telling me that you knew that Curtis was cheating on Jackie? Because y'all known each other for how many years y'all known each other for and did the show together? Was it a surprise to you, or did you know that Curtis was cheating on Jackie? And if you knew, did you tell Buddy? So all this time, Buddy's smiling in Jackie's face. She knew that Curtis was cheating on him? Or did y'all didn't judge because y'all knew that was your friend and you didn't know his character at that time? See, that's the problem with people trying to say, oh, well, you know me. I don't know you, bruh. I know what you tell me. I know what you show me. And that's one of the problems I have with this whole YouTube thing in this sector. Very few people on here show you who they are. But you got to catch the context clues of what they do and how often they do it and say it. Exactly, V. Exactly. No one knows you like that. I don't know what you do. He said, I don't know. I'm sure before we all found out that Curtis was cheating with a little young thing at the airport on Spirit Airlines, if we would have asked anyone, was Curtis cheating on Jackie, we were like, we don't know. We don't know his character like that was not. We don't know. We don't know that. But you're trying to say that he's emotional, like Greg asked you. Why are you emotional? And I'm not sticking up for Greg because Greg's not my type of good dude anyway. Period. He's not. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not gonna rag on Greg because I don't like him or he's not my type of dude. You know what I'm saying? See, for me, that's a bully's mindset. I don't like you, so let me keep messing with you. Let me keep poking at you. Let me keep picking at you. Let me keep, you know what I'm saying, effing with you because I don't like you. Opposed to walking the fuck away and not dealing with them. They all are. Cecil's too damn stupid and soft. He's not really a real man. Was not. I like what he said yesterday. Was not when he was on defending Greg. The fat one. What's his name? Eugene is a henpeck. All up Toya's ass. Scott, him and Contessa. I don't know what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Curtis, don't trust him. He's a liar, cheater. You know, all those guys who's been on this show for years have character flaws to me. Because, what's his name? What's his name? God just said his name. Simone's husband, Cecil. He needs to be able to raise those two boys to be men. Babying them and playing with them, laughing with them, being their friends does not make them men. Damon needs to own up to the fact that, you know what I'm saying, you allowing someone to talk about your coworker, your person that you need to work with ain't right. But all this, yeah, he's just like her. He's just sneaky and quiet with it. I wish the same thing is if I were in Greg, he would have said, "Well, you a coward, and so are you. You a coward. I'm a coward because I'm not gonna sit here and say I know what you do when I'm not with you. You sound stupid. You sound dumb. And that's a coward's behavior because you can't say that to your own wife. That's what I would have said. But you ain't gonna back me down. Who the fuck you think you're talking to? You're the coward. No one's asking you to check your wife in front of the cameras. But when you know she's wrong, correct that behavior. At least talk about it and discuss it. Stop acting like what she do, there's nothing wrong with it. Well, don't talk to her. I'm talking to whoever the fuck I want to talk to. If you don't like it, you come talk to me. If she says something, I'm going to say something. She's reckless with her mouth, I'll be reckless with my mouth about her. And we just have to deal with what we're dealing with. Period. You like it, you like it. You don't, you don't, you don't. This whole thing that men shouldn't talk to women a certain way or men should let women talk to them some way. I'm not fucking you. I don't have to treat you like a princess. You're not my princess. You want equal rights, right? You want equal pay, right? Which means if you talk shit, I'm going to talk shit. It don't make me less of a man, doesn't make me soft, doesn't make me weak, doesn't make me anything. Because a woman, in the aspect of how you want to be treated, don't speak to men or about men's business. You're saying stay in a man's place, stay in a woman's place. Women shouldn't address men if men shouldn't address women. And that's on period. But back to this, everyone saying that Simone never liked Quad or Quad did the other. Did y'all actually hear that argument? Were y'all listening to that argument? See, they started arguing because Simone, when Cece was defending Greg, Heavenly was like, be quiet and let him say it was not da. And Simone's like, no, that's what he's saying is true. You gave us your ass to kiss, Quad, for years. So if you're not there and we are friendly with Gregory, he has a new wife, we're also going to be friends with his new wife or his new girlfriend or his new girl. Especially if they're serious enough talking about marriage and being engaged and stuff. So yes, we invited him back on the show because you were no longer here. You're not around. It's the same argument with Quad. You're only around for cameras. We don't know what you do outside of these cameras and outside the taping of this show. And did y'all catch what Quad tried to throw at Simone? Who was knocking door to door for you looking for your father? I was there. No one else was there. I was there looking for your father with you knocking door to door. And what did Simone say? Only because there were cameras running. You were there for the cameras, for the optics of that situation. Simone said when the cameras turned off, you were nowhere to be found as a friend to help support me in a situation. So that's where Simone, now I understand where Simone's hurt comes from. Where the feeling of betrayal that Simone feels towards Quad. Because she said, Quad had thrown in her face, which is kind of fucked up. I said, still like Quad, but that's fucked up, Quad. I was the only person there with you when your father was missing and knocking door to door looking for your father. Yes, for the cameras. Where were you when the cameras went off? Where were you prior to all that? That's why Simone can't get over it. Now I understand that. Now, if Simone would have said this several years ago, it would have been an issue as to why they're not friends and why they can't get back to what they used to be. During one of the most hurtful periods of my life, you used my situation for camera time. during a period of my life where I was going through something with my father, you were only there for the cameras. Basically, it's a pattern of behavior. Exactly. Right, V? Simone is also upset because she chose Quad over Mariah. And she knows that that's a bad decision. That was a bad decision. That decision didn't work out in Simone's favor. Didn't Simone deliver Mariah's kids? Didn't Simone deliver Mariah's kids? And they were friends. And Mariah brought Quad into this circle of friends. You don't have to like it. But that's the truth as we know it to be, if I'm not mistaken. See, two things can be true at the same time. It's called duality. Let's take me for example. Extremely intelligent, extremely articulate, but heavy speech impediment. Two things can be true at the same time. I can like Quad. I can enjoy what she gives. But I can also see her for her bullshit. And the bullshit that she continues to do on the show. It's called duality. Two things could be true at the same time. And my problem is, while we're being entertained by the nonsense and the foolery and the fuckery that goes on Married to Medicine, I understand that a lot of this stuff is affecting those people's real lives. The only person who's not really being affected by anything is Toya and Eugene. Toya and Eugene are the only two people on that show that's not been affected by what's going on that show. Curtis and Jackie's being affected. They may not be showing it, but they're affected. Heavily and Damon's affected. They may not be showing it, but they're affected. Cecil and damn, did I say her name? Simone. They're affected by what's on that show. I'm sure they don't like people talking about their kids and how they feel they haven't raised their kids to be strong young men, especially strong young black men. We definitely know Greg and Letitia is being affected. Toya and Eugene are the only people who don't have a lot of drama going on the show because they have enough issues in their lives trying to get this fifth house they have together. I'm just saying. But yeah, that's why Simone and Quad could never get back to where they used to be. Simone feels used. Simone feels betrayed. Simone feels disgusted with herself. If Simone's anything like me, I get more mad at myself than I get mad at other people. When I see you for who you are, when I identify those traits that I don't like in someone, but I choose to still give them a chance, and it bites me in the ass, I'm confused by your behavior. I know I've been a good person toward you, but I'm pissed at myself for not following my own rules. I'm pissed at myself for not going with what I know to be true about you once I identify that in you. That's just what it is. I can't be mad at a dog for biting me. I can be upset with myself that I'll allow myself to get close to a dog enough to have them bite me. Oh, the little puppy seems hungry. Let me give him some food. The little puppy seems cold. Let me bring him in the house. The puppy feels thirsty. Let me give him some good water. The little puppy's matted. Let me brush the puppy out. Knowing all the while there's a chance that that puppy may bite me. For whatever reason, scared, nervous, just don't like me. That's why Simone's upset. That's why she's always screaming. That's why she mentioned last reunion about the incident with Quad. Because you remember what Simone said that, at the last reunion? At any point in time that someone goes through something so tragic in their life, a true friend will reach out. And didn't Simone and Quad admit that Simone reached out to her last year when that happened with her situation? I'm starting to think that Quad, because didn't Simone's father pass? I'm starting to think that when Simone's father passed, Quad didn't reach out. There was no flowers. There was no anything happening behind the scenes if there wasn't a camera involved. So it goes deeper than she chose Quad over Mariah. She thought that Quad was a true friend. She thought she made the right decision of choosing Quad over Mariah. A long time friend, client, patient. And when she wanted a friend the most, Quad was in Nigeria somewhere, South Africa, hanging out. I'm just saying, so when y'all are doing these reviews, dogging out Dr. Gregory, taking Damon's side, talking about Simone just is jealous and speaking of jealous, do y'all really don't think that Quad's jealous of Sweet Tea? See, it's hard to be observant because you see stuff that people don't see, the masses don't see. That third eye got my ESPN that I said be working. It's very obvious to me that Quad is jealous of Sweet Tea. And let me tell you why. Let me explain to you how someone on Quad's level could be jealous of someone on Sweet Tea's level. Let y'all tell it. They're both beautiful women, for one. Yes, Quad is bad. I met her in person, hung out with her in person, seen her several times across the city and different things. Quad is bad. In person and on TV. Quad is bad. Undeniable. Undeniable. Sweet Tea's pretty. But with the surgery that Heavenly has, Sweet Tea would be bad too. But let me explain to you what Sweet Tea couldn't articulate when she said you're mad and you're jealous. Nobody want Greg. You know, my thoughts initially at first, nobody want Greg. But it's not Greg that Quad is jealous of. It's the security that Greg afforded Quad that Quad may be missing, that Quad may be seeking. What's up? Okay. Sorry, I had to sign something. It's the quality in which what Quad met Greg, what it didn't take. Don't rip on me, do your thing. Oh. That Quad didn't have the security. Because we've been watching this thing for a while. When Quad met Greg, Quad wasn't the Quad we see today. Quad wasn't the financial person that she said she was today. She said she was a medical rep, medical sales rep. One of the top in the business. That's what she said. I don't know that. I'm not looking her up like that. But with that, Mariah said she was living in someone's house or in her car, home is whatever the case may be, living with Mariah. So if Quad wants that security that Greg afforded her, and now she doesn't have it anymore, that could be a reason why Quad would be jealous of someone like a Sweet Tea. And I asked a question previously. Is King really attractive? Or is that he looks better than the men that we've been seeing on Married to Medicine for the past 10 years? Yes, he's younger than Greg. Yes, he's taller than Greg. Yes, he has a better body than Greg has. Yes, I guess he will be considered traditionally attractive over Greg. But King is also riddled in courts. King also is riddled with scandal. Greg wasn't. That could be another reason why Quad could be jealous of Sweet Tea. Because while you're riding in a Callahan Rolls Royce, it's under suspicion that it's stolen. We're questioning where all this money your man have spent on you is coming from. Is he a crook? Is he scheming? Yeah, Greg have a fucked up voice and a bitch made attitude, but we know that he's not gonna be running for the law. We know that there's no judgments on him. There are so many different ways that someone could be jealous of someone else. It's just not the physical appearance of someone. It could be your mental state. It could be the fact that I missed out on something that I wanted, that I had. Now I no longer have that. Now you have it. And as everyone keeps saying, oh, y'all flaunted this in her face. No, we didn't. We're living our lives. We're loving on each other. We're being each other's comfort. Y'all threw my love and Greg's love in her face. I didn't do that. Yes, I went to this man's DM. I didn't know I couldn't have kids, or it's to be hard for me to have kids. I want kids. You want kids. I want you. Let's do this. Very easy to do. Very easy to assume. It's so funny how small-minded a lot of people are talking about the situation. How small-minded A lot of people are when they're trying to give an opinion about the situation. No, I could be. I got it.
I wasn't finished.
Oh, sorry. I could have been completely wrong. I could be completely wrong. But there are so many different ways for someone to be jealous of someone else. We hear all the time a pretty, a quote unquote pretty person is jealous of a quote unquote what is not so pretty. A skinny person could be jealous of a fat person. A person with kids could be jealous of someone without kids, vice versa. We're so close minded into thinking that only the haves are happy and the have nots in y'all eyes are not happy. I don't laugh at Sweet Tea when she said Quad is jealous of her. I see it. You have somewhat of a stable life. It may not be the life that I choose, it may not be the life that you choose. But Sweet Tea chose that life. Letitia chose that life. Quad made a decision where she no longer have the stability of a marriage. Yes, her and King said it together and they love on each other this and the third, but that's not given. That's not set in stone, nor is a marriage. But at least Sweet Tea got that. You getting blown out 15 days a week, sorry, 15 times a week by this man, yet with no ring. I'm just saying, like, we have to start looking at things from all aspects of it, regardless if we like this person or not. And I said, I don't like that. Greg is not my cup of tea. I still laugh every time they show him driving off in that Mini Cooper. That's funny. That's hilarious to me. But in doing that, in saying that, accusing that man of just being an abuser when they both have mug shots is crazy to me. Saying this man is this, that, and the third when they both have tendencies and traits that are undesirable that I wouldn't put up with from Quad or from him. I like an easy life. I don't like a lot of drama and conflict. I'll be quiet. I'll walk away. I'll let it go and deal with it internally or not deal with it at all. I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, well, Quad is wrong. Quad is wrong. No, she's not wrong. She's entitled to her feelings. Her feelings are valid. But as an outsider looking in, I see both sides based on what they've shown me on TV, based on what they've shown me on social media. I'm just saying. There's enough wrong and blame to go around within the situation. And in what world would Quad be jealous of Sweet Tea? The real world. The world we live in today. The world that's happening right now up under your nose. That's the world in which, you know what I'm saying, Quad would be jealous of Sweet Tea. And Funky asked a couple of days ago, in what way would Sweet Tea be jealous of Quad? And people in this chat were saying, oh, well, her moral. No. It's the physical attributes. Yes, Quad may be, like I said, what people consider more beautiful than Sweet Tea is. Depends on what you like. Quad is, like I said, she's bad. I can't take it away from her. She's bad. But Sweet Tea seemingly have stability over Quad. Sweet Tea has a husband, something that Quad wants. She may not want Greg, but the fact that Sweet Tea has a husband Sweet Tea has a family unit, a sister, a relationship with her sister was now. We don't know if it's good, bad, or different. We only saw them once. But I never heard of Quad calling on her family. I heard of her family calling on her a lot. I'm just saying, those are reasons why Quad could be jealous of Sweet Tea. Nothing to do with looks. Nothing to do with, oh, her man is young and strong and da 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 da. Nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the fact that there are things that Sweet Tea does have that Quad wants or wishes she had. Has nothing to do with physical at all. Sweet Tea don't have to worry about Greg having to pay $175,000 for a car that was under his situation that came up missing. Being called shiesty, being called a thief, being called all these different things that people are calling King on these YouTube streets. The same people who are bigging up Quad and King while putting down Greg are the same ones that are making videos about the situation involving King and the court papers. Now, this ain't hearsay that we're going through with this whole King situation. These is part of the Fulton County court documents. I'm just saying. So we need to stop acting like, oh, this is a perfect situation. It's not. They're human like we all are human. They make mistakes and flaws like we all have mistakes and flaws. I told y'all this from the very beginning. I'm a person who deals with reality. Not reality TV. Not what I want to be the reality. Not what I want it to be, but what's right here in front of me. And that's what I see. Is Greg and Sweet Tea the best thing popping? No. Are they the worst thing ever? No. Is Heavenly and Damien the best thing popping? Hell no. Are they the worst thing popping? Up for debate. Is Quad and King the best thing popping? No. Are they the worst thing popping? No. And Simone and Cecil, are they the best thing popping? No. Do they have their flaws? Yeah. All like they all do. All four couples do. But without all four couples, that Married to Medicine will be even more boring than it already is. That's not the vision that Mariah had for the show. The vision wasn't. It was to explore the lives of doctors and doctors' spouses. We're not exploring nothing about these people's lives. We're exposing each other. We're being trifling with each other. And me liking Quad when she said the first reunion, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here, girl. No. If it wasn't for Mariah, you wouldn't be here. And the better question is, you're not married to medicine, my love. You better go get a chiropractor, like Mariah said. Mariah will read you down. Y'all don't have to like Mariah. You better start doing a chiropractor. Mariah's the best. But it was true. You're not even married to medicine, my love. Why are you here? You're not a doctor or a doctor's wife. You know what I mean? I don't like you. It means that that's what the reality of it is. You could be a friend of, pop in here and there. But yeah, I'm just saying, these are like, this commentary is crazy to me. Because I was just in the middle of watching Ashley Miller, and I'm like, girl, you're doing too much. That's why I jumped on because I'm like, you're doing too much. You're doing way too much. Alleged, that's what she kept saying, alleged abuser. Because if they both have mugshots based on domestic violence. So if you call him a alleged abuser, you got to call her one too. Because they both got mugshots based on domestic violence arrests. They both were arrested. And I'm just saying, Sweet he brought up the two DUIs. Well, you may not be an alcoholic, but you have a problem drinking and driving. No one touched on that, did they? All these reviews. Because you don't like Sweet Tea, you don't like Greg. Huh? Girl, don't get on my face until you do a breathalyzer. Alcohol is pouring through your pores. You reek of vodka, bourbon, yak. You can't read me. You cannot read me. Sweet Tea, girl, I ain't give you no reason, but I'm just saying. You got enough stuff to work off of. You gotta pull it together, pull it together. Anyways, y'all, I just going to say that. I'm just saying, yeah, like there's plenty of reasons why Quad can be just a Sweet Tea. The reason why Simone don't fuck with Quad the way she used to. She's hurt. She felt used. All these things. Y'all have a great day. This is your boy Food Junkie. I don't know why I made 2 videos today. I don't know why. I just felt it in my soul. You know what I'm saying? It's felt it in my soul. Y'all have a great day. Until next time, y'all. This is your boy Food Junkie. Talk to you crazy kids later. Bye.